All right, let's shift gears to something every manager has to deal with sooner or later: conflict and complaints. And I don't just mean the obvious blow-ups, I'm talking about the little tensions, the side-eye in meetings, the passive-aggressive emails, the quiet resentment that builds over time. In reality, 85% of employees experience workplace conflict. That's basically everyone, and it's really not surprising. But here's a twist: 76% of people are conflict avoidant. Or maybe that's not a twist. Meaning, even if something's eating them alive at work, most won't come right out and say it. Instead, it bubbles under the surface until it spills onto your desk, and now you're in the middle of it. So what's causing all this conflict? First, 57% of workplace conflict comes from differing perspectives. People just see things differently. Next, about 43% comes from personality clashes, that classic "I just don't like how they operate" vibe. That's it. No big conspiracy, just people being people. Now here's where managers often mess this up. They either avoid it themselves, hoping it goes away, or they dive in and try to play therapist. Both approaches backfire. You don't want to ignore conflict, but you also don't want to take on fixing everything yourself. So what's the move? Think of it as a 3-step manager playbook. Step 1, listen. If someone comes to you with a complaint, stop what you're doing and give them your attention. Don't judge, don't cut them off, don't minimize it. Sometimes just being heard takes the heat down a lot. Step 2, document. I cannot stress this enough. Just write it down. Who said what, when, where. Not because you're building a case, but because memories get fuzzy really fast. And that documentation could be the difference between solving a problem now or scrambling later when HR asks for details. Because trust me, they will. Step 3, refer. And this is key. Refer it to HR or the right channel. You're not supposed to play investigator, jury, and judge. Your job is to surface the issue, not bury it. So let's play this out in an example. 2 team members keep butting heads in meetings to the point where other people are uncomfortable. You might be tempted to say, "Look, just get along, okay?" But that doesn't solve anything. Instead, you listen. Tell me what's going on from your perspective. You jot down the main points, then you flag it to HR. We've got an ongoing issue between these two. Here's what I've observed. Here's what's been reported. That way, you've acknowledged the problem, captured the facts, and escalated it where it belongs. Unresolved conflict just kills productivity. It drains morale. It makes good employees check out. And as a manager, your role isn't to fix every relationship, it's to make sure conflict doesn't get swept under the rug. Handle it openly, handle it early, and you keep your team focused on the work instead of the drama.